No drone zone. Oh, not for this couple. Happy anniversary to that lovely lady. That's my Jennifer. Or, and I like to say, my babies. But here we are, 21 years later, on this beautiful trip to Pacific Grove, because it's next to the Pacific Ocean, as you can see. And that's right next to Monterey. You could see the Monterey Peninsula high up in the sky. And the reason we love to take our anniversary to this spot, for a couple reasons, is look at that blue water and the white beaches. It just makes for the perfect backdrop for those golfers there. They get to golf there while, well, honeymooners and anniversariers, they stay right there at Asilomar, right next to the dunes. And as you can see, that would be the Great Coastal Highway, Highway 1. I don't even know if that's Highway 1. I could be making that up, but it's the #1 highway right off the Pacific Ocean there, so that guy's got a nice bicycle to ride, I tell you that. A lot of these people are just here cruising the coast for this Mother Nature's view, and these people, while these could be vacation homes, a lot of people live here. And they live right on the dunes, so they don't mow their yard. You could see it, some of these people camp right here from 5 a.m. to midnight. They don't even move their cars. They just stay here all day. I don't blame them for that. It's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. Well, I guess I just couldn't get too much of this beach. And as I look down on this rocks, I can see that I wish I would have took my drone a little closer to the water, but this was my first time there flying a drone over the ocean, so I was intimidated a little bit. It's just amazing to me how this ocean constantly battles these rocks, and the rocks battle the ocean, and the ocean just crashes over and over, and it erodes over time. But as you can see, it's been here a while, just at this spot, crashing. And these people have probably got a few more 100 years before their houses get eaten away by the mighty Pacific Ocean. But on this day, the sun was out, and boy did I get lucky, because out of the 3 days we were there, that old Pacific Coast fog really did its job in keeping the drone in the hotel room. So this day, I didn't know how special it was, but I did get this footage, and I'm sure I'm glad I did. That old truck found a place to park for his surfboard there, so he's gonna stick his board in the water. You can see there's surfers out there, I do believe. At this time, I did not see them, or I would have took my drone out there. All that does is call for another trip back. This place is not far from my house, if you consider only approximately 2.5 hours if you stop and get you something to eat. But this place we stayed at, you could see they have these boardwalks that you walk right from that hotel there, right down that boardwalk to the ocean. And that's right where we stayed, about center of your screen, right in that cluster of rooms, as you call them there. I'm sure you call them rooms in other places. But those boardwalks sure are fun to run on and walk on, and best thing about that is you get to talk. The long lost thing of talking, which we don't do much these days. As you can see, I talk to myself making videos, but conversations on the beach, well, those are special moments. There I am, there's that piece of ham on the beach. I had the place to myself that day. That's just a beautiful shot of the rocks and the sand dunes and the trees, where the tree line starts. Those are those big, seems to me like eucalyptus trees or something, but the monarch butterfly loves those trees because Pacific Grove, California is where the monarch butterfly comes back to hibernate in the summer and fills those trees full of butterflies. So a couple times a month, maybe a couple months out of the summer, this place is really just booming with butterflies. They got a swimming pool there to your right. No one goes in because they have all this to walk and explore. But if you've got a wheelchair, boy, these boardwalks are just right for you. Or even an old couple with a cane. Makes them where they can get down to the beach. And that's always nice. But there's a plenty of life in those tide pools down there, so you could see that the kids would have a grand old time exploring all the crabs and stuff in the tide pools there. I wish I would do more of these spiral shots. I always forget to do them, and I need to practice on them. I can see right about here that old spiral just gets out of control. Aha! No worry for the old drone. You just let off the controller and it just floats there in the sky. Another one of the shots that I'll do more of next time is this low shot. It's kind of about 30 feet off the ground here, and I always forget to get those low shots, and they really add something to it. Just need to go slower, maybe just a little bit. But I live and I learn off of these videos with you guys. As you watch this, I can watch it with you and see what I need to do right. See what I need to do wrong. I can see that I might have took a little bit too much shot of this old boardwalk, but when you're there, you're just having a grand old time floating around in the sky. And it's not a bad view, by the way. seeing the highway there and the birds. But you are always cautious when you're flying around these birds like this, that they don't like drones, the birds. They will attack you. So that's why you always get up high and get these high shots, because you get down low in their neck of the woods, oh boy. You just look up the YouTube videos of bird strikes on drones, and yeah, they're out there. Angry Birds. They made a video game about it. They didn't include any drones in that video game, but those Angry Birds are mad at drones too. You would be too if you made all that racket. And they just fly with no racket. A lot of deer in those woods right there. Believe it or not, there's a lot of deer in this neck of the woods. And these people, they can't even keep any flowers in their yard because the deers would eat them all up. And you gotta probably live pretty high on the hog to live on the ocean like this, so I'm sure those people that live that high on the hog don't like these common folks parking in their front yard like this. But this is the land of the free, and I'm glad that it's still open to us. That guy found a place he wanted to park. So I'm gonna probably wrap this video up in here in a minute, but before I do want to just look at these houses one more time and let you see how the high on the hog folks live. And you know the best part of the hog is the lower part, so if you look there on your bottom of your screen, you could see a house under construction. The foundation is getting dug out. I bet you they come back to work on Monday and that sand is all blown back into their foundation work. I'm just guessing. But yeah, those houses are $1 million houses, and you can hear what your neighbor's doing, so that's not my type of living, but they're good to rent and stay at for a while. And I do believe most of these might be just summer homes for the high on the hog folk. Looks like all their roofs look good. That was their neighborhood. But as I was saying, take a walk with your loved one. Time goes fast. And talk. Because time goes as fast as this video. You don't know what's going to come up. Just like these rocks. Life is... I could get snug up on a rock right here and you'll never talk to me again. So thanks for watching this, and I do appreciate you taking a little time out of your day to spend a little anniversary trip with me. But it is a great way to spend an anniversary here at the Pacific Ocean, and I just appreciate all you that have watched. And like I said, take a walk on the beach and have that talk, because this video will live in time, but those talks, they're only for that one moment. And as you have people pass in your life, you will really wish you just had one more talk with them. So I'm talking to you to have that talk with the people you love, and take that walk and have that talk. Okay, thanks again. 1, 2, 3.